Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're taking a look at our picks of the 10 best Switch games of 2023. Before we begin, we publish new videos all week long, so be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Super Mario RPG. The 1996 SNES classic has forever been stranded on the console it was developed for. Well, that and the long-discontinued SNES Mini, but this remake is now the perfect way for old and new players to relive or experience it for the first time. With two difficulties, refined visuals and music, and new mechanics added to the combat, Super Mario RPG has now been retrofitted with all sorts of bells and whistles to modernize and preserve the original. More or less. Sure, there are some technical hiccups here and there, but overall, it's the same fantastic RPG from 1996, just with a little more spit and polish. The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Breath of the Wild impressed a ton of folks back in 2017 in how it shifted Zelda into an open-world survival game. So how does Tears of the Kingdom expand upon its predecessor's ideas? It's all infusions. Use your runic powers to glue items together to create new weapons, methods of transportation, and more. This new mechanic forced players to think of other ways to cross gaps, fight enemies, and navigate Hyrule. If you loved Breath of the Wild, this probably blew your mind. Master Detective Archives: Rain Code.
Anteater?
What's the meaning of this?
You got a lot of nerve posing as a master detective. You wanna die right here, right now?
For Danganronpa fans, it's been a tad frustrating to accept that the franchise may truly be over. Luckily, creator Kazutaka Kodaka is back with his team for a brand new experience.
So you can finally see cute little me.
Master Detective Archives retains the dark humor and murder mystery formula of the Danganronpa series while giving players more freedom in their detective work and telling an original story. You're actually rewarded for investigating every possible aspect of a scene, and you're given some unique abilities to solve your mysteries across a 40-hour campaign. You really don't want to sleep on this one.
Took you long enough. I knew from the very start. You still need work, Master. I'll be sure to train you well.
WarioWare: Move It.
Me first! Out of the way, chumps!
If you loved WarioWare's smooth moves, Move It is, in some sense, a spiritual successor. We aren't saying that just because it also focuses on motion controls. Yes, that is a similarity they share, but Move It gets more creative with it. You have to actually perform the actions rather than simply shake the controller and make general gestures.
Don't get caught!
Of course, just like the other entries in the series, it came with a hearty helping of multiplayer modes for us to keep the party going with our friends. Besides, how can you say no to some more WarioWare?
A trip with these chumps doesn't feel like a prize! Just don't expect me to do any work!
Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp. Advance Wars is often forgotten among the GBA gems of old. Imagine our surprise and delight when this remake was announced for Switch way back in 2022, and it was being made by WayForward. Not only does it carry the charm and visuals WayForward is known for, it also retains the difficulty of the original games. Additionally, it came with multiplayer support both local and online, so we can take to the battlegrounds with friends. Just don't expect this game to be a total breeze unless you're playing on the easiest difficulty. This game's hard, man. Mission 9 filtered out a bunch of people. Paranormal Site, The 7 Mysteries of Honjo. Square Enix quietly released a couple of great horror games this year. Little goody two-shoes you can get on most platforms, but Paranormal Site is only available on Switch and PC. After meeting a quirky young lady fascinated in occult tales, you learn and experience creatures and events described in a series of tales known as the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. For a visual novel with limited movement, Paranormal Site delivers a chilling experience that will make you jump and possibly make you keep going, even if you want to take a break. We don't want to say too much else, so we're just going to move on, but you should really go grab this and experience it for yourself. Pikmin 4. For a time, we were wondering what was going on with this title, as it was announced way back in 2015 and was said to be, quote, close to completion, end quote. Then, years of silence. What came was everything we could have dreamed of. Pikmin 4 pulls pages from both the second and third game, providing a breezy bit of exploration during the day and leaving the more difficult sections to the night. Plus, the way Ochi was implemented and expanded your possible Dandori skills was brilliantly designed. If you haven't gotten to play a Pikmin game before, this is the perfect start to your journey before you go play the first 3, all of which, by the way, are on Switch. Metroid Prime Remastered. With Metroid making a massive comeback thanks to the launch of Metroid Dread in 2021, now is the perfect time to slowly reintroduce Metroid Prime. Just about everything in this remaster is brimming with so much more detail than the GameCube original, and yet it still plays beautifully just as it did back in 2002. On top of that, it came with different control schemes to satisfy both players who experienced the original and those who played it on the Wii with motion controls. Worth the $40? We would have paid more, honestly. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Kirby's 30th anniversary celebration came to a close with this remake of an often overlooked Wii classic. Kirby's Return to Dreamland allows Kirby and 3 other friends to search for pieces to the lore Star Cutter. However, this remake came with a few extra goodies to keep you busy after the main story. Magalore Epilogue, Merry Magoland, and an expanded boss rush mode made this worth another $60, especially when some pals were down for a relatively easygoing platformer. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Super Mario Bros. Wonder is hands down the best Switch game we experienced this year. As Nintendo's legendary developers like Shigeru Miyamoto slowly reach retirement, the most anxiety-inducing question is, what does Nintendo look like without them? Well, Wonder gave us an early glimpse. Made almost entirely from a brand new team of Nintendo's internal staff, Wonder showed us how a Mario game can be immensely fun with its clever ideas for mechanics, themes, and power-ups. The music, character animation, and wide selection of playable characters also brought a ton of personality to the new Flower Kingdom. Seriously, all you need to see is Piranha Plants on Parade, and you'll be sold. What's the best game you played on Switch this year? Did it make our list? Let us know down in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to MojoPlays for more great videos every day.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, there's more where that came from.